a motor now. Let's move on. Pronto!
Double pronto!
The brave little toaster is plugged in and ready to rock. Based on the book by Thomas Michael Dish, the first Brave Little Toaster film popped up in 1987.
Ta-da!
Featuring the voice talents of John Lovitz.
Say, I'm always up for some fun.
And Phil Hartman.
You're gonna get me bawling like a baby any time now.
The film also received critical notice for its music.
Time flies by in the city of light. Time stands still in the country.
That was 1,000,000,000 in one strings playing one of your all-time favorite tunes.
In 1998, the second and third movies were created. Overseeing both films at the same time, director Robert Ramirez had his hands full.
I could use some help here.
Every single moment of life experience you've ever had becomes useful.
Are you sure you're not exaggerating?
Especially in the case of these films, directing 2 animated features at the same time.
Things could be worse, you know.
That's quite a task when you think of all the elements.
Cue 235, take 13.
Among the elements for Ramirez is directing the recording of music and the character voice actors in the studio.
I've never seen contraptions with so many buttons and knobs and dials before.
I've done kind of a bit of everything, which is great because in this kind of job, you have to do it, a bit of everything.
What a mess. Oh, what a mess.
A bit of everything in The Brave Little Toaster to the Rescue includes Eddie Bracken as the voice of Sebastian.
I tried a lot of different voices. When I heard them smiling and saying, yeah, that's it, then the character really came into being. Monkey see, monkey do. What's the ruckus?
Too much sibilance, pal.
It's a beautiful work all the way down, and I'm proud to be part of it. Maestro, some appropriate music, please.
Something tells me I'm into something good.
Peter Noone performs I'm Into Something Good for The Brave Little Toaster to the Rescue. He first sang this classic oldie over 30 years ago with Herman's Hermits.
Was Carter president then?
I was 15 when I first recorded this song in 1964, and I was at school at St. Bede's School for Wayward Boys, and they gave me a year off school because this record was a hit. They're still waiting for me 33 years later. I've never been back. It's amazing. I owe them a year.
We only danced for a minute or two, and then she stuck close to me the whole night through.
Herman and the Hermits, named after Sherman and Professor Peabody. Only we didn't have the cards printed right. Instead of it saying Sherman's Hermits, it said Herman's Hermits, and we didn't want to remake those business cards because they were £9. Music was once upon a time an inspiration to feel good. So all our songs were feel-good songs. So this fits in any situation where you're supposed to feel good.
I'm into something good, something good, something good.
From rock and roll,
it's humans who twist and distort,
to original songs, the music of the Brave Little Toaster movies plays an important part.
You are writing for toasters and vacuum cleaners and blankets. Writing an appliance musical is a once-in-a-lifetime thing.
Agreed?
Agreed.
In a unique style, William Finn wrote the music for the songs in The Brave Little Toaster Goes to Mars.
So I would just sit down at the piano with these lyrics in front of me and just no, I don't like that. And finally I'd get something I liked.
You expect us to believe that?
Yes.
So we're floating, floating, south and north, we go floating, floating, backwards and forwards because of hands.
Although Finn made music for the trip to Mars, he's not so sure he'd go along.
The thought of going to Mars is one which delights me, not at all. I don't understand how space travelers don't get claustrophobic. It's like having an MRI for 8 days. I don't understand the whole concept.
Anything's possible.
It'll be fun.
I like bread and butter. Oh, it's that little pest from the junk drawer.
I like bread and butter. Wah-wah doo-dah-day. Scotty-waddy doo-dah-day. Yeah.
The hearing aid is played by FYVUSH FINKEL.
Prepare a eulogy. That song has just been murdered.
You would never think in your lifetime that a hearing aid would have so much scope. Why else would they keep changing my battery? He's happy, he's sad, he's sarcastic. As they say in the old country, a hint I can take. He's mysterious. So many different things that they wrote into the hearing aid that it's an actor's field day.
You want to try it once with exact dialogue?
Before coming to film and television, Finkel spent years on the stage.
On stage, what you see is what you get. But when you do a voiceover, they do retakes.
Let's try it.
Should I call this 208A?
As they say in the old country, a hint I can take. As they say in the old country. As they say in the old country.
What do you think?
And they could break it up. Wah wah doo da dee da wah wah doo doo day. I gave too much there.
That's okay, we're gonna take the second one.
Or you can redo it again. Thank goodness.
One more time.
But I prefer both. I really do. I prefer both. Stage and screen. And video. And television.
You see? You never quite know what he's going to do.
Whatever comes forth, I enjoy. And when you'll be my age, you'll also enjoy.
Makes me all tingly inside.
Yeah.
Look over there. Isn't that?
It sure is.
He's famous.
Who is it?
DeForest Kelley is the voice of Viking 1.
The satellite?
No, Viking won the bagel.
Of course, the satellite.
You sent back some cool pictures from Mars.
Oh, they were okay. They weren't in color or anything like that. Some of them were a little fuzzy.
Your enthusiasm is overwhelming.
Most famous for his role on Star Trek, Kelley is a natural for the part.
I'm a doctor and not an animated actor.
Brief and to the point. Gotta hand him that.
You know, for many years, I played a great number of heavies in movies and television. And I thought, well, he's the nearest thing to a heavy that I can find in there.
Say it. Say it. I ran out of juice.
So I went for it.
And all on your own, too.
I told you it would work. Listen to this. I'm picking up something. I think it's a news flash.
Well, I've been self-designed to be Supreme Commander.
The giant refrigerator on Mars and the hearing aid's brother are both played by Alan King.
He's a highly reliable fella.
Yeah, an upright kind of guy.
When you've been elected Supreme Commander, then everybody would listen to you. Well, I've spent my life with my head in the refrigerator, so it's like going home. We welcome the brave appliances of Earth. Join us. It's a blowhard kind of guy. I've played a lot of them, so it's kind of fun. Power to the appliances. I started in radio, so I started acting with my voice before I started acting with my body and face.
King's experience in radio was good preparation for playing both parts.
Well, first guy is the gruff, loud, boss. You have no master but yourselves. And then the other characters found a bit of religion. Yes, I know that now. And a little humility. I recently learned that from somebody very small. That's the tough acting for me.
Planet Earth, all aboard!
We did good, didn't we? Yep. We did good.
Right!
I walked her home and she held my hand.
What does it all mean?
Oh, for me, it's quite an honor. And I'm glad that I'm doing it because my grandchildren.
You need intelligence. You need to have a good heart.
This is for my grandchildren. That's the reason I do this.
And you need compassion, and you need to have understanding.
It entertains children of all ages,
It's flawless.
As corny as it sounds, that it makes you think, like, I wonder what really happens when I leave the room. I wonder if the things in my house really come alive.
I like the sound of that.
Well, that's all there is to it.
We wish our intrepid little friends the best of luck and a fond farewell.
You're all a bunch of junk.
I'm into something good, something good, something good. Yeah, something